Dr. Ramdas, let's begin with your favorite topic, anti-smoking. Now, this has become really big in the last 2 years. So, how do you see it forward? In the sense, 2nd of October is your deadline, it's really close. Do you think you can implement it on the ground?
I'm very confident because 4.5 years ago when I took over this ministry, people were very skeptical when I initiated processes against smoking and on public places, on advertisements and then on movies and all these things. But just down 4 years, people have realized what I had been talking about, and people have come to accept it. Because when I say people, it's a general population. And I've always been saying that this is a fight between the silent majority versus the noisy minority. And this noisy minority is instigated by the industry, naturally. So things have come a long way, and then the World Health Organization has been supporting me in a big way, and I have had NGOs and all the others supporting me. And even this pictorial warning, which is what was supposed to come, it took me 2 years. After initiating it, took me 2 whole years after going through a lot of process, and then the members of parliament and chief ministers objected. Then a group of ministers was formed, and finally the group of ministers decided that yes, it should come. And then so since from December 1st this year, pictorial warnings of all tobacco products, like from cigarettes or BDs or whatever the other forms of gutka or anything, whichever has tobacco in this country, there will be pictorial warnings plus messages which blatantly says that tobacco kills. So plus this October 2nd deadline, we have now gone through a lot of process, a lot of consultations, workshops on this, and I've been having overwhelming responses on this. And I'm happy that now a lot of people have been associated with this, including the media. I'm surprised by the response of the media, because all along anything media, they want to just sensationalize on events. Anything with tobacco, it's all related to Shah Rukh Khan or Amitabh Bachchan. That's all the media has been doing. At least now media has been very proactive and saying October 2nd deadline, and have been getting a lot of very positive response from the general public. It's going to take some time though. And this is something which we're going to have a lot of campaigns, IEC campaigns, that public, they should voluntarily follow this. It's not like someone should be there overseeing them. That is what I want, a public overwhelming response. They come forward and say that, okay, yes, we want smoke in any of these institutions or any way, and we'll adhere to what is the law of the land. I have been very blatant, and I've been saying that wherever I go, I say I'm heading a war against tobacco, against alcohol, against junk food, against drug usage. So these 4 are the things I'm passionately against. I'm going through all out on this issue.
You have people talk about Shah Rukh Khan, people talk about Amitabh Bachchan, but you do have a lot of celebrities who are also backing you.
I mean, you know how the industry works and how the media works. I see today the media, most of the media are propagating the movies. And then after 10, 11 o'clock in the evening, you see it's all to do with movies and all to do with shows. And I mean, so today the cinema industry, one of the biggest advertisers of cinema industry is the media, especially the news channels. And I have a lot of supporters from the movie industry as well. They are very quietly but very passionately, subtly they are supporting all these issues which we have taken up, because they know the perception of the problem, the depth of this problem in the country, and the youth, how they've been affected, how they're going to be affected, because India has the highest number of youth population in the world. We have about 600 million people below age of 30. And I categorize them as high risk. All 600 million people in the country are high risk. After 4 years of struggling, now I'm getting a lot of support.
Moving on to alcohol, that's also another area that you want to move into a campaign mode. So after the 2nd, when you're done with tobacco, how are you going to move ahead on alcohol?
Alcohol today, the statistics show that nearly 62 million people in India use alcohol, and out of which nearly 50% of them are categorized as heavy drinkers under the WHO regulations, the definitions. So it is a huge number. And alcohol is not only a health problem, it's a social problem, the family problem, suicides, homicides, thefts, mental disorders, family divorces, and then accidents, road trauma, whole lot of things are attributed to alcohol.